Tyrone Davis, Dean Carr, Obama was there, but the winter came through. I mean, it's just, they're better than things.
Hey, Newt Collier, what's happening?
You the one, baby. I'm here. Ride me till I sweat. This is where people from all Atlanta and Savannah would come in. I'm going to show you how. If you look down here, you see one train track goes that way, one train track goes that way. The one goes that way goes to Savannah, the one goes that way goes to Atlanta. This is the crossroads. When they come in, they bring it in, the freight comes in, back it into the yard, and then take out. And we're downtown Macon. Well, yes, downtown Macon. This is the beginning of the city, as far as everything is concerned. Across the street here, before you get to the Tubman, is where Clint Bradley had his place. It was called the Two Spot. This is where James Brown, the Five Royals, Hank Ballard, all those type people would come. Yes, you're going to Club 15, good, you took a right. That's leading you out of town. And right across there where you see all the cars and everything parked, there was a liquor store on the corner, and then Clint Bradley's place there. And below that was called the Red Rooster, going further down the road. And that was the beginning. That takes you back into the 40s and 30s. Just about down where the Tubman is, a little place, a little armory looking place. There was a little nightclub also. So as we go on up the road here, if you look to the left over here.
Here, can you put the window back up? Only because I think the light's better.
You see something called Good Times.
Good Times.
Now Good Times looks a little different. Yes, it looked just like the army post barracks it was. Okay. But that brick is here. That goes back into the 30s and 40s. That's what it's called, Good Times.
It goes back to the 30s and 40s?
Yes, it goes back that far. You have to remember, back in the 40s, we had Camp Wheeler. We had soldiers here. German prisoners were kept here at Camp Wheeler. And they had plenty of soldiers in town. And the soldiers would would come into town all the time. And so they kept the nightclub going because they had somewhere for them to be entertained. And all in this area here were mostly banks and churches and businesses as you see it now. Now the musical tour can keep going because we have a few moments to go before anything else happens. It's torn down now, but right next to the church on the corner was the Brown House right here. It was on the corner. It was directly on the corner. It was one of the existing restaurants that started out to be a hotel after a period of time. That's where a lot of the entertainers stayed for a moment. That's back in the 20s and 30s and 40s. That's all history now. And
these are black and white entertainers, or black entertainers?
Mostly white entertainers stayed there, but they were that was an intermix between the black and white entertainers that the people in the streets didn't know too much about. It was a hidden thing.
Because they wouldn't have been happy about it?
They wouldn't have been happy about it. They would have had a big stink, and the stink would have spilled over. It would have been very political, so everything was done under the table. So we go into Club 15 now, I mean out in lounge and places like that, right?
Right.
Okay, so we have to go up here and go out. There were maybe 15, 20 clubs downtown, but the experience of having a show would be going outside of town to take a ride. And it was called Adams Lounge and Club 15, and there was another club called Club Manhattan, which was almost in Gray. It's 3 miles from Gray. But Adams Lounge is an interesting place. It started in 1949. When you get out there, you'll be able to see. You're going to take a left. And we're going to ride for a while. And this is the river. Down here, this is the river. This was the original cotton place, Cotton Gin, but it turned to be a nightclub, a mixed nightclub in the 70s. Now it's boarded up. But at one time, all along here were warehouses. And behind the warehouses, believe it or not, there was the inside music scene going on there. Because sometimes on the weekends, they would have what they call party. Just a party. That's it. No S, no nothing. Just read party. One of the interesting things about it is up on the corner. You're going to turn the right up here. Up on the corner here was a music school back in the 30s and 40s called Miss Clendon. They had a music school right over here where Zaxby was. And as you turn right, this is all black neighborhood during that time. And as you turn to the right, one of Macon's most famous musicians, Captain Nathan Black, lived over here, right where the Marathon station is. He lives right at that corner. And he made captain in the army back in the 40s. His job was playing piano for the vice presidents, the presidents, and all the... He was stationed in the military, and he just played for the big boys in the Pentagon and all that kind of stuff. And he died maybe 10, 15 years ago. But right here where this sign is, Marathon sign, is where his house stood. And this was a two-lane bridge at the time, and now we're getting ready to go into East Macon, which is sort of quiet part of town. Interesting thing about Macon, oh, the river's up. Individual clubs. By living on the west side, I didn't know too much about the east side. It was territorial. But they had entertainers. This is where Jimi Hendrix's aunt lived, over on the east side of town. This is where he would come from over here to come back into Macon to see anything. And this is the main highway. All through it here, when I was growing up, there was a place over here called Beaconsfield. It was a recreation place, high-end recreation. And we were not allowed to even go there. It was all white. And they had a big to do about it in the 70s, and they rechanged it and restructured it about 68, 69, somewhere along in there. But
and now it's a strip mall.
Right. That's exactly what it is. And the entertainment side, blacks lived on this side and white lives on this side. And they had a few clubs that were down in here. There was houses all through in here. The people down in here, we call them river rats. Because as you see, the water came up. And they had to actually get out of there when the water came up, because their houses were built like in New Orleans, basically right there on the river. They had fresh fish all the time, but I didn't eat none of that. I just didn't want to do it. But that's one of the things we used to call the kids the river rats to go to school with us and stuff. And all this was just straight. You're going to go straight for a while. And this is going to get the... On Friday nights, people be going out. You will see a stream of cars going this direction, because you had your three major clubs that stayed open late. They would be out here. And you could go to a club in town and leave at 12 o'clock and go out here and catch the last show. I've done that more than once.
Now, were you playing in these clubs?
I played all these clubs as a young man, young man.
And who was coming to these clubs? Was it mixed crowd, or was it...
Mostly black crowd. Now, they had a couple of white clubs. They were mostly like the Moose Club, the Elks Club, or something like that. And they had a standing clientele that I noticed the same cars would be there, so it must have been members of the organization, the AMVETS, or whatever it was they were dealing with. And they had more socialized, structured parties than regular, bringing in entertainment type parties.
When did you notice that the white people were starting to listen to black music?
Around 67, so even earlier than that, 66, 65, 66. What happened was, we used to have shows at the City Auditorium.
Sorry.
Okay, they would start coming in, and they would sit in that balcony. And then, about the middle 60s, you started seeing them easing down to the dance floor. And that's when the mixing started coming in. You would always see the police sort of like trying to stand guard, but that didn't work. That rule went out the window quick. So,
do you think they wanted to come down there because you looked like you were having more fun?
We were having fun. See, remember now, they were sitting in the balcony and we were dancing on the floor. They wanted to dance. That was the bottom line too. The seats were getting too much for them. They couldn't stand it. As Clint Bradley said, they hate the Holy Ghost. They hate to let the Spirit out. So they would ease their way down, especially like a James Brown show or a Motown show or something like that.
So did you get your start in these clubs in Macon? Right.
Mostly in the clubs in Macon. I started out, let me see, I worked with Clint Bradley, so he had a club, so I got a lot of experience working for him, more ways than one. And I learned the business that way too. And another club was the Elks Club, the VFW Club on the branch, Adams Lounge, Club 15, Club Manhattan, which we will see those clubs. Those are the clubs I actually broke my teeth in on. And also, I'm old enough to have played at Sawyer's Lake, one of the last times they were having actual live entertainment out here. And that was interesting, because it was like, to me it was an outdoor arena, but it wasn't. It just looked like it was outdoors. It had a little top over the top of it. And you could see the lake from where we were playing, and it was a lot of fun. It was called Sawyer's Lake.
What was your favorite venue in Macon to play?
The favorite place in Macon to play, I would say Adams Lounge. Because of the people. The club had a history of having the best entertainment in town, and it had national entertainment along with local entertainment. And they would bring major stars in, and I actually played the club, and I would just get in, and I could get closer to the stars by being a musician. I'm be asking the guys this and that. I guess. But that's what I wanted to know. I mean, little kid wanted to know what was going on, you know. They out there making money. I wanted to get out there too.
And how old were you?
Oh, now I can tell it now. Hell, 15, 16 years old.
Yeah, your mom's not gonna come and get you.
No, she's not gonna rattle my brains about that now. So. But it was all good, because whatever Johnny Jenkins told my mother, it sort of sprang me out. I mean, I thank Johnny for that. Whatever he told it, when he first wanted to take me out, she was, oh no, and women and liquor, no, not my boy. And so Johnny took her back in the back, and they got to talking, and I eventually, for some reason, Johnny was an alcoholic now. This is what I don't understand. Johnny drank liquor 24 times a day. 24 hours he was drinking liquor. Then he would be the man to get me out to the clubs. None of the church folk even came to my rescue. Johnny had to be the one. He got me out there, so she knew. I guess she figured she couldn't stop. I was going to eventually get out there anyway, so they went on and let me do it, and that was one of the blessings I appreciate Johnny for. And there was another guy in the band that was named Sonny Brown. Sonny was just the opposite. Sonny didn't drink or anything, and so he sat there and we'll sit there and talk, and he'll be going over parts like his intermission of anything I blew, which I was blowing left and right. Yeah. Just sit there in the intermission. Okay, remember you did this. Remember you did that. Next time, man. Let me see. Man, you need to play it like this. See, listen to what I do. Okay, now let me see what you do. Okay, that's it. Do it like that. Now remember that. Now remember we played over here. We did this. So after he told me about 2 or 3 different things, I'm all confused. You know what I'm saying? What? So he'll be standing next to me. I'm getting ready to play. Say, and don't forget what I told you about playing those notes on top of me, not under me. So did I play it right that time? It took me a moment, but I told him that he was teaching me. So then they picked up a trumpet player. His name was Sammy Coleman. He was the lead trumpet player for this racing band, and he was also in the Air Force at the time. He was young, and I was young, and that was a blessing. I guess Sonny said, now someone else can try to teach him this. So he turned out to be my main teacher on the road, and the 3 of us played gigs with the Pine Toppers for years, for a couple of years anyway, until Sammy moved up. Otis Redden had a call. He came and got Coleman, and that opened up a spot for me with the Pine Toppers. That's how I got to be with the Pine Toppers. And
when Otis called?
When Otis called Sammy Coleman to go on the road, because Otis had left. His record had broke. He left Johnny Jenkins and everybody here. He went out and formed another band. And so now he just left the Pine Toppers. So our band now has a guy named Oscar Mack who did a pretty good job also. Ooh. They won't go somewhere. And so that's how I got the chance to be with them. And so while we were playing in National Guard Armory here, there's a group from Augusta called Leroy Lord and the Swinging Dukes. They came into town, and I was playing. So they offered me a job in Augusta, Georgia, and I took it. And I went to Augusta, and I stayed in Augusta for a while playing. And next thing I know, I get a call to come back to Macon to play with Sam and Dave. That's how I got with Sam and Dave. I didn't mind, and I didn't care, and I loved it. It was a lot of fun because I was 16, 17, 18, yeah, 17, 18 years old. And
How often were you playing? Did you play every week? Did you?
we were playing constantly every week. Somebody goes all during the week also. Because we were doing a lot of fraternity and sorority jobs.
White.
Right,
Right.
that's where the money was. Doing those type jobs. And the money was there. That's what I liked about it. Oh yeah, 15, 20, 35, $40. Yeah, come on, let's go.
And were you treated with respect? by
With
them?
respect. No matter what was going on. They could be riding outside, we had it made. Now you get in the left lane. Now it's tricky going up here. You have to know where you're going. Now the Jones County line is here. I always tell people to go to the church and turn left. Quick. You'll see what I mean. Because you can't tell them to turn left. This is not it. This leads you to a different situation. Now you see the church to the right. Now you turn left. Quick. You're now in Jones County.
So Adams Lounge is in Jones County.
Well, that's questionable.
Okay.
See that? After a gig, a lot of cars have ended up way down on the other side of that, like it was supposed to. Now this is part of Adams Lounge also. The same people own it. This is the little nightclub, more or less motel. The entertainers will stay here. They put the entertainers up in here. This is more of the motel type part of it. But we're going to keep on going and get closer to Broad now. Now this is an interesting trip when you have to walk out of here.
That's good.
At 3 o'clock in the a.m. It is dark. It's spooky. But you never had to do it, but I've heard people having to come out. And during the heyday of Adams Lounge, it would be cars parked all over the place, and buses took a. Some kind of way they let people know in Atlanta and Savannah and places like that. You'll see the buses and people coming in from all over the place.
And how did they advertise?
Word of mouth, through telephone, flyers. That's the way to do it, the flyer way. And there the club is, right there.
Where, to your right or left?
Right here, to the right.
Mary, that's a church.
That's the church. And that's Roy's house there.
I know you're from the north.
That's the church. Now you're gonna see a lot of those. In fact, Macon has 400 of those.
Oh my goodness.
Let's pull on up. This is all the Allen family tradition here. Now, you see the sign? 1949.
Sally Adams. Who's Sally Adams?
That's the mother of all these people you see in here. I just had to do I just did our show, I had to get up. I made you mind let my copy run off.
Okay,
Oh, hey
you're-
there,
You're
Newt.
the man.
All right. Now this is where we used to bring the band in, coming over here. The back door. Everything is basically the same. I think they had. This is called the Chitlin Circuit. That's what they call it.
The Chitlin Circuit?
Chitlin Circuit.
We'll
I'll
have to
explain
explain that
that.
when we get back in.
Me?
About 3 years of land. What they over there?
So, well, he was an unusual mayor, would you say? You know what? He's still in Macon, and we were set to talk to him. He's agreed to talk to us about it and everything. But he had a stroke about a month ago. He's blind in one eye and not doing too well. Not doing too well.
Bottles out of the way. Bottles sick.
Yeah.
But I ain't give up though.
No, you don't give up. We're not giving up. We want to tell your story too. We want to tell your story. Well, you've been an important part to the music in Macon.
Yeah.
Provide music since 19 what?
Oh, the sound I didn't know.
Yeah, long time.
Long time since the 50s up.
Yeah.
Been there.
I was coming out here in the 50s. A little bitty boy.
What started you in music industry? I know your brothers mainly, the one you said. What started
Well,
you?
one thing, we changed the highway out here. We over there. And to him was a truck stop. Says all large it was, I made him back right there and he built on the thing there. And it was two of them, one in the seat. There's two of them together. So now me and one, he got old time and cancer.
Sorry. Did they play music? Is your brother a musician?
No, he was in Jones School. Just like in Jones County.
But you've had this bar for a long time.
Yeah,
A
yeah.
lounge, not just a bar. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're open, when do you open?
Well, whenever I feel that coming out there, most of the weekend. I mean, I come out every day, you sit around sometimes, they leave over after a while, she plays, and they come home to me in the house. I leave over.
Do you still have music here?
Well, yeah, everybody you call play music, been there. Hit up you call, they been there. Yeah.
Do you remember when he came in here and
Oh,
played?
yeah, well, I remember the boy.
Yeah.
He wasn't drinking, was he? I'm gonna tell his mama.
Easy.
He's still not saying anything.
Just you know, if the birds ought to come out that grave and jump on him. See, you hear about family and everything, so everything was cute.
I don't know so much now, y'all can put the table on, I'll give it. Go out there and time, come on about the hour.
Yeah, come on out there and sit down.
Yeah.
They got bothered here recently.
You were open, right.
Think of everything.
Who, tell me everybody.
Well, that's part of my family, man. Best of the man, that's me. I'm the best of the man, see, that'd be me.
So these tell me about who they all are. That's you, right, and then?
That's my brother, he's deceased.
Okay.
That's the fellow who used to work here. He used to work here. Now, this time my brother, but when there wasn't the glass on, that's when I'm sick. But the glass on his Charles. The north part behind them, that's our cousin. And now him, that's my mama sitting down there. That my sister that's behind him. That my baby brother, he deceased. And that me standing over there. I'm still here.
Yeah.
I ain't making no fuss, but I will. Cool.
I had a question I want to ask you.
Yeah.
What is Ronnie Pitts in the kin to you?
Who that?
In Atlanta, Ronnie Pitts.
Yeah, yeah.
That's your cousin or nephew or what?
No, Robert Pitt.
Robert, yeah, Robert, listen.
Robert.
What is he to you?
Cousin.
Okay, we maybe talk about. I kept saying that. I kept. When I was in Atlanta, I saw him. I said, I've seen you somewhere before. And he said, "Oh, ma'am."
Yeah, right.
Well, what is he? He said, "Those are my people." I said. I just shook my head. Oh wow. Them brothers, I haven't seen in 10 years. We said they run to each other that loud. It's all right.
How long have you work here?
No.
Oh, okay.
Grandmother family.
Friends of the family? You been coming here a lot of time, all the time?
For a while.
Every day.
For a while.
Every day?
About 20 years.
Uh-huh. But that's boiled peanuts.
But see, I drink good moonshine liquor that keep you up.
Yeah, that's right.
There you
That's
go.
right.
That moonshine.
That's the best.
That's why you're popular.
Yeah, I drink moonshine. I ain't gonna hide it.
This is why I come to get mine.
You don't have to hide it, right?
Well, yeah, get it on with it. Go change it, you better hide it.
Yeah, but you've been the sheriff.
I can't help that. As long as you ain't making time to do it.
They have to eat too, baby.
As long as you ain't making time.
So how many people will your lounge hold?
Well, did a whole 500. I have some 60, about 550, but we need to ride.
And this also about civil rights and, you know, how music played a part in it. Have you seen that things change at all?
Oh, yeah, a whole lot. The whole world will change out here.
What's changed about it?
Well, one thing, Jesus, you know, a long time ago, you know, we celebrated, but I have a lot of white people coming in here. And I have a lot of them still coming in. They come in down here, we drink and talk, and go out there, you know. Some people raise their hand and wear prayers, you go to church, some of them ain't gonna act right.
Right,
Yeah.
right. But you didn't have much trouble with you when they were coming to your lounge, did you?
No, I didn't play with
Right.
yeah, what I still don't play.
Still don't.
Still don't play.
That's right.
Yeah, though.
Only guy come with the pants hanging off of me, hit the door, won't come in, you know, I don't play.
You tell them that?
Yeah, I tell them that, and I ain't scared to tell them, I tell them that.
If you don't like the way their pants are
Yeah,
hanging
I
on?
tell them, no, you ain't glad back come in. Come with the pants hanging all night and.
You don't care what color they
I
are?
don't care what color it is, you hit the door, I don't leave.
So what do you think about rap music then?
No, I don't care about that. They know it's all the wrong crowd. That young crowd, dope crowd,
Yeah.
that's all it is. They ain't gonna care for that.
Who all used to play out here? Just name some of the
You
people.
name them.
That's what I'm thinking. That's not
You
so
name
long.
You
Really?
name- You
Like?
name them.
You name them.
You name them. I don't know if they ain't been out here playing music.
Yeah, it might be the easiest to name who haven't been here.
Yeah, right.
Mostly black musicians?
Yeah, I've had a white people.
Yeah.
White.
But the white people will come and listen to it.
Oh, yeah, oh, yeah. White people have great parties out here. They have to have parties.
Right.
They ain't no problem.
So how do you feel about Obama being president?
Well, they're all right, if he can speed out, it's gonna take a time, it's gonna take a while.
Yeah, but
Yeah, he can do what he wants to do, because he still got a boss man, you know, he got to fight over him.
That's right.
He got to take off.
right?
Yeah, he got to take off.
Yeah, but it's a good thing.
Yeah. It take time, if he can straighten out in 4 years, it take him a good 8 years to get it back.
He inherited quite a mess.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
He inherited quite a
yeah,
mess.
yeah.
Yeah. But as I told you, I grew up here, and so for me to see an African-American president is an amazing thing.
Yeah.
You know, it really is. I live in the north now, but I remember it. I remember it vividly.
Well, where you from?
I'm from Macon,
Right.
but I live in New Hampshire now. So, but I can remember
It's
all
totally
of it.
different up there.
It is different up there, but you know, I mean, it is different.
Yeah.
Definitely is
I've been around, I've been in Cleveland, Detroit, I've been around. Out there on the floor. I ain't quite dead yet though.
I thought you weren't going. And they got you all fixed up now. You're gonna be here for a while,
I
aren't you?
hope so. They got no wire here.
Like a robot now.
Yeah.
That's right. And there's no shutting you down now.
Yeah, got these pacemakers and everything, all this. And then my pacemaker knocked off on me. It's been 2 weeks I had to go away. It knocked
Knocked
off.
out twice.
It's cut off? The
Yeah, it
taste
cut
battery?
off. That makes wise of it.
Well, is something wrong with the battery?
No, they said they had to go into it. They said something about a butterfly in it. With dead in it. I don't know.
Where's your tell your grandchildren? Come on.
See, Joe Texas was our favorite man, Joe Texas.
Yeah.
And Joe Texas, he called his own.
Yeah.
And he called this man his own guy. Joe Texas, B.B. King, Little Milton, and them you called me now.
This is what Joe Tech and James Brown got into with that.
Oh, yeah, that's down there.
That was down there, yeah, okay.
They shooting out there.
That's what 7 people got shot that night.
Yeah.
Why were they getting at it?
Well.
They talking about all the man, you know how they were drinking. And James Brown was messed up with him when he was out there. You know what?
Really?
Yeah.
You probably didn't understand James
The
Brown.
old red, the old
Yeah,
red,
probably.
the red.
James couldn't talk.
Couldn't talk.
Name people.
Who brought the biggest crowd?
Going to be
Who
by
do you,
here.
yeah, who's the biggest crowd you can remember?
Where they
Johnny Taylor?
no, who Arthur Collins. He got the little.
Arthur Con, I was been these.
That one throw the grits on there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
No, that was Al Green. Al Green. Al Green.
Al
They were all the way down to the park, all the way down past that mail park and just Sam yard down, way down.
Back.
Oh, yeah?
And I had to turn them around and don't too many get in there.
That was before the show.
Yeah, that's for the show.
That was Al Green?
Yeah. Al came through here and they couldn't get in there. They had to wiggle out and had to duck cars and all that stuff to get in there.
B.B. King now, he back there. B.B. King did. B.B. King will go different wherever you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bo Dylan did a good
Wherever
job.
you go, you won't remember.
No, I remember. I heard of it. Yeah,
Bo Dylan. Oh, what they really did, everybody called him Bo Dylan.
I don't know what his real name
I
is.
don't either. It was bad.
Well, you did have some names, didn't you?
Oh, yeah.
That has to be a list somewhere with all the names of people that. Well, it's easy.
What's his name? What custom what? Got his name, what's his name?
Betty Wright.
Get it right?
No, she been there. Betty Wright, and he was,
Carl Thomas?
no, the lady, she cousin.
Is she on the box?
Millie Jackson.
Billy Jackson.
Yeah.
That's right.
Ooh, Lord, she had a good crowd.
She's from over on the other side of Millersville.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Well, I've seen her daughter perform up in Atlanta.
yeah.
Yeah, she can go. It's just like
She's
mama.
pretty good.
Yeah, she's just like mama. She don't curse though. She don't curse that much. Make money though.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I don't have them all there.
And he's also been one of the premier men for local entertainers.
Yeah.
Getting the start. A lot of them getting the start right here. Like Oscar Mack, James Duncan,
Yeah, all of them.
Lamar Hill, and all them.
Yeah.
Y'all got started right. Otis Red.
Yeah.
Y'all got started right out here. See, this wasn't considered too far out the way to come out here
No,
from the
no.
city.
It's 3 miles out of town.
Right.
Bro, what about Little Richie? You ever been out here?
Yeah.
Versus Slade.
But all of them, yeah.
Yeah, the Richard just got out the hospital
Yeah,
yesterday.
but
Yeah.
he,
Yeah, Tennessee.
Right?
he ain't coming back strong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He
I heard.
You just had a hip replacement.
Right.
Yeah.
You've been needing it for a while, and he said college is just going, it's just bad. You know how to sit down.
Yeah.
Now, how do you guys know about that? How do you know he had his hip replaced?
It was my cousin.
Because he's your cousin?
The one reason, and he has a pipeline here in Macon is deep.
Mm-hmm.
He has family and all that that's around here.
I got it on the internet.
Yeah, it's on the internet too. Yeah. It's all over the internet.
Yeah.
And then they announced it on the radio a couple of times.
But he's from here.
Yeah,
Right.
that's really it.
Yeah, born and raised him for 11 years. You know, I talked to some guys at jazz place down there, and they were saying something about one of his songs they
He's
made.
around about the take growth around the neighborhood.
Huh?
He's Ride a
bike.
Yeah.
Vegetables on the back.
Yeah, you did vegetable man. Yeah.
It was one song he had. I say he made it because of a woman that he used to see going to.
Long tall Sally.
Yeah, going to the Green Jacket. He was so crazy about that woman. That's how he
That's
made the song.
That's Tutti Frutti. I think about Long Tall Sally. Long Tall Sally was the lady with TikTok.
It was a woman name in the song.
Yeah. Tutti Frutti.
It was a Tutti Frutti. I don't know which one.
Or maybe it might have been Lucille.
That's what I think it was.
Lucille was a lady that lived down the street from him. Bridget made that song. It was a lady he admired or something like that.
They're signing another book, right? Tomorrow? There's the book signing.
Yeah, he's here. That's the guy. That's the guy.
David Kirby, right?
Yeah, that's him walking down the street. I'll see him tomorrow. I'll see him later on this evening. We haven't done it together.
Oh yeah. Did you read the other one? With that, was it Charles White or something, right?
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah. That's a good one. He was quite a colorful character, Little Richard.
Big time.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, wild might be a better word for it, right? He was. But he played out here too. You really did have it all, didn't you?
Yeah, you go, they been under.
This is one of the main. This is.
It's the oldest club it is.
Right. I'm going to say.
The oldest one it is now.
In the state of Georgia, the oldest one.
Yeah, I got the oldest one. Would keep over, see, no, I ain't much time. Would keep over, but I didn't do like I used to do.
Right.
But I just got in my mind, though. And my mind ain't too bad, yes.
No, I can tell your mind's just fine, along with that new heart.
Yeah.
That refurbished
You know, we sit here
heart.
sometimes, we try to remember something. Well, somebody say something, they try to remember who it is. He can tell you exactly who it is. Okay, how long back, he can tell you the name. And the guys, way younger than he is, they can't remember.
Well, that really scares me, because I can't remember now, so think how I'll be.
Well, I know that's
That's
real.
the bad part, isn't it? That's the
The
bad
only
part.
thing about me now, I didn't have my mind on going just go do something out of stop and think where I'm going. I mean, where I'm going and move that ass people with a ball. And my mind get on it. Just that quick. I mean, if I turn around 2-3 times, come back to it.
Okay, darling.
Okay, we're
James Brown had that fabulous falling out. It was a James Brown homecoming show, and it was at the City Auditorium.
And this is what place where it happened?
Club 15.
Okay.
And now you're on the Gray Highway, about 5 or 6 miles out of Macon, going toward Gray. James Brown and Joe Tech were having a homecoming. It was actually James Brown's homecoming. Joe Tech was one of the ones opening up the show. Joe was a regular in Macon. He sort of lived here indirectly. He loved coming to Macon. So Joe was an imitator. So this is James Brown homecoming. Joe had a James Brown show which he was going to do himself.
Okay.
What happened was Joe had this outfit made up where he had one pair of pants, one color, the other pair was another color, and it was short and they were raggedy at the bottom. James does this cape act. So Joe had a raggedy blanket with all these different colors of patched up work. It looked like something the clowns would wear. And he had a process. Instead of having he had a processed wig, but it was all raggedy and hanging down all over the place. He had it all backwards too. And so he came out and did the James Brown act. And so he did the song "Please, Please, Please." And when he fell on his knees, of course the guy come out and put the cape on him. So when the guy came out and put the cape on him, he got tangled up in the cape, and he kept hollering, "Please, please, please, get me out of here!" He kept hollering. I was just going ballistic. James had to come on later on because he got to perform. James didn't want to hear that. I guess you could feel the steam coming out of James from anywhere in the audience. He didn't want to hear all that stuff. Man, making a mockery of the show. And so they all came out here after the show. James Brown them had to wait a while, but Joe Tech them came out earlier, and they parked Joe Tech over here. And James bus pulled in somewhere in here. They had it all sectioned out. And I was playing with the Pine Toppers, and Johnny Jenkins was up there. And the way the club is built, the stage is back that way. And the ladies' bathroom is right here on the corner, and the men's bathroom is on the other side. That's all famous in the club thing. The bathroom was set like that. But James came in, and Joe went to say something to him. James said, I don't believe it. Joe said, man, what you talking about? I was having fun or something like that, man. We were just been friends. James came out with 2 guns, like in the Wild Wild West. Boom, boom. Everybody scattered. There was a piano on the stage. Clooney was playing drums. And Clooney loved to play with his head down. So Clooney just playing, everybody running off, looked up. The temple went, Clooney looking around. By that time, Walter Gaskin and I, we made it to the ladies' bathroom. And that's the first time I've ever been to the ladies' bathroom, just for the information. I don't normally go in there. But there was ladies in there, they were hollering and screaming. And the window wasn't like it was there. The window went out that way. Do you know we broke that window out and all of us got out of there? And that was literally people running down, running both ways. Then what happened was Joe went out to somebody went and got a gun off of Joe's bus. And that James, pow! Where you go? Go get him! Boom! I mean, we was there.
Did he hit anybody?
Yeah, several people got hit. Nobody seriously got hit. But several people got shot that night. And Charles Bobbitt, afterward, running around and giving people $100 bills, talking about, don't tell nobody what you saw. Those are trying to kind of squash it out. And they got back to Clint. Clint said, oh my God, you gotta get him out of here. And I ain't gonna make a fool of himself. You gotta make a fool out of me too. Clint was working on getting him out of Macon, Georgia, did I know, but James was a terror at that kind of stuff. I mean, if it wasn't his way, he didn't want no parts of it.
Oh my God. The Manhattan Club. Okay, go. You want to stand in front of the door? Want to stand in front of the door? No, but I'll get a picture and then go close to him. Okay, so this is the end of the Chitlin circuit?
And as far as Macon is concerned, it's the last club on the brink of the string of clubs going into Great.
And what is that Chitlin circuit?
The Chitlin circuit is a string of black clubs that started around 1940, maybe that early. And they were just clubs that allowed people to come. They're basically low-end clubs, and they were juke joints. And they were part of where the musicians traveled from one city to the next to play. And one of the reasons they called it Chitlin was it was low paying. And one of the things you did get was a pot of chitlins or a pot of chicken. One of the others. They just started calling it the Chitlin circuit. Because chitlins are the cheapest things to work with. You get that, you get the hot sauce, and a lot of bread. And they'll feed you that. And that'll be on your way, and you can take the chitlins with you. And you can warm them up anywhere on the road with a can of Sterno, and you have another meal. That was part of your pay for playing the club. That's how you got the name of the Chitlin circuit. It's just a string of clubs all over the United States, well, basically in the South. And the top of the Chitlin circuit is always called the Apollo Theater. When you made the Apollo, you now made it to the top. Club Manhattan, which is one of the last clubs on the Chitlin circuit in Macon.
And what is that Chitlin circuit? Okay,
the Chitlin circuit is a string of clubs across the south and the west and the east. And the deal about the Chitlin circuit is, after you get through playing, you were playing in low-end clubs, they would give you a bowl of chitlins, a pot of chitlins, bread, and hot sauce. You'll take that with you, it'll be part of your pay. And they'll call the next club, and then they tell them that you're on your way. So if you happen to run out of, get hungry, you didn't have to stop. You would stop somewhere and get a can of Sterno and warm that pot of chitlins up. You'll be ready to make it all the way to the next stop. It's just that type of stuff all the way up. And you would work these clubs all through the South. I imagine there was over 100, maybe 200 clubs on the chitlin circuit at one time. And if you made it out the South and made it to the New York, to the Apollo Theater, you have now played the top of the chitlin circuit. You are now going into mainstream business. You are now big timer.
Yay!
We've been to Adams Brown. You just made a U-turn in front of a policeman. Is that okay?
That's okay.
Are you making a U-turn there?
We're recording this.
See, we know Mr. Adams, so you don't worry about it.
Sheriff Adams.
I know if anything happens, I just be heading to Mr. Adams' house.
That's right.
You probably
we missed it. We passed Mr. Adams'
if
house.
you head back to his house, they'll probably give you an escort
That's
to
right.
the house.
That's right. There's another policeman.
Yeah.
My goodness, they're everywhere.
It's 5 o'clock. They're gonna be out today.
That's right.
And it's Friday.
Now I'm heading just back into Macon.
Yeah, just
right?
head on back into
All right.
Macon.
Okay.
Okay, now, it's interesting how this chitlin circuit thing works. If you notice, soul music came in the 50s, in the mid-50s, with the invention of Sam Cooke, as they said. He came from gospel to soul. Ray Charles had the first soul record of its kind. I Had a Woman. Actually, that came from I Had a God. I Got a Woman, way over down. That was actually a church song. You just changed the words. Okay, before that, along that time, we also had Sam Cooke and all those different people that were doing things like Jackie Wilson. They all were singing church songs. They all came out to church. Soul came in, when they came in and the liquor bottle hit the church on the side and said, hey, come with me and play with the devil's music. That's what it was called. It was called race music and then the devil's music. And they started singing, and then it got to be, you started getting more people coming from the church side, like Aretha Franklin from the church, back into doing what is called soul music. The preachers didn't like that too well, as it's still a revolt on that. But that's what got soul music to the level it was in. And each one of those musicians and singers that you're thinking about were in the church at one time. And by them being in the church, they carried a certain growl, which you could hear through all of the music, especially in Otis Redding's voice. Al Green, Otis Clay, all those guys had the growl. That's the church growl, and all it is, Sam and Dave took it to another level. They were a duo singing church and making money doing secular music. Some people like Solomon Burke would be a preacher, and then on Saturday nights, he'd be at the nightclub. He'll tell you, Sunday morning, 11 o'clock, got to be service. And he'll come out that Sunday morning, he'll do the same song. Only he'll put God in the middle of the song and play it again. And they love to pass the plate that time, because that's how you eat. And the chitlin circuit is just where they used to work. That was it was a part-time job for gospel singers. That's what I call it sometimes. And it evolved into that regular full-time job, soul music. And all of that stuff evolved around the South. Yes, they had Northern soul, but the South was more apt to it because they were singing the blues. Blues is Southern more than Northern. And they wanted to stay on track, so they kept singing the same thing. And soul lasted until Otis Redding died, I would say that. And it lasted maybe 2 or 3 years later, and then here comes the other stuff that mixed in with soul, and the soul now is on a small scale, but soul is on its way back. If you notice, you see a lot of the old singers are now coming back to prominence, and now you see the rappers trying to sing soul songs. So that let you know, someone told them that they need to make another style of music, and here they are coming now. So I just hope these young kids can get to the level of making a soul record. Some of them are getting there. I like Maxwell. He has the right idea. He's on the scene. So everybody else needs to get on the ball with him and stop trying to rap, because you can't rap too good. Go take voice lessons and try and sing. That's the way to go.
You've seen this before.
Right.
The white bread thing. What's the white bread thing?
Inbred white bread, you said something?
Right.
Inbred white.
And what it is, they're trying to get the city set up so that Mercer can have the run and the medical center. They wanted it to be all downtown. Back in 67, 68, 69, they had all these black clubs there. I'm going to go back that far with it. And what happened, they ran all the blacks out of town. They basically ran them out of town. It was systematically doing it. And Ronnie Thompson was part of the deal of having them get out. They would go up on the liquor license, and go up on this and go up on that, different taxes. And then they would just stretch them out financially, stretch the businesses out, but they would just basically have to leave town. They couldn't run no more. And I see the beginning of that already. When a black person go downtown, well, they have Newtown. Okay, Newtown's supposed to help people get businesses and relocate, but a black person can't go downtown to Newtown and get nothing done. They're gonna have to they're gonna get the shit. Edit that out.
I'm keeping that in there.
Yeah, boy, here I go.
Tell it like it is. Come on, shit's not bad.
Yeah, well, they're gonna get crap. You know, you get in the left lane, you're gonna go left back into town. And they're gonna try and blackball you from coming downtown. They want you to have this, they want you to have that. And by the time you get ready to open up, you'll be able to spend so much time running around with them, you'll be too tired to even deal with trying to open up your business. They're gonna discourage you. Some kind of way of opening up a business. And a lot of people I know have done, they've actually gotten other people to open up their businesses, like a white person open up the business and you slide in on the back side of the business when it's open. But that's another way of doing it. But that's what they're doing. And now with the music scene, after Otis died, Gil Walden went and brought in the Allman Brothers. Now, you have all these people in town that came to Macon in 1971 that are historians about soul music in Macon, Georgia. And I asked the guy one day, it's like one guy in town in particular, he came here in '74. And he's such an authority about Otis Redding, and Otis was here, he did that, Otis Redding did that. I said, well, when did you come? Oh, I came here with Mother Hatcher. I said, well, they came here in '73. Now, I don't say nothing, they just said, oh, yeah. Listen, now, Otis died in '67, I believe.
Give me that look back here in that camera.
There's something in that picture. Yeah, maybe I missed something. I don't know, but you know, just things like that. You have a lot of people. Now, basically, what you're looking at with the people that are in Newtown, they're from the Great White Hope 5 families.
Okay.
They're from the Great White families that live up north. Because none of the people in Newtown even live downtown. Not less work downtown. That's what they do. They work downtown in order to save the money for them and their families' businesses. Their families own the property downtown. They are there to protect the family interest. That's when you have North Macon and then downtown Macon. And all the people that work in Newtown, I'm jumping dead on them, none of them live downtown. They all get in the car at 5:30 and run home. They give a program at one of the clubs. I looked around, I don't see nobody from Newtown. But at 5:30 I see them all racing to the expressway to head home. They're supposed to be for development of downtown. That doesn't sound like development. That sounds like they're hitting home with the money in their pocket.
Now we heard that the city was offering a stipend, you know, or a rebate or something to get you, if you wanted to buy a house downtown, they would get.
Well, I'm looking for someone black that has picked up that change, and if so, I'll give them $1,000. Well, that might be a program like that, but
But they're not talking to the black people.
Yeah, it hadn't filtered down to the black side of town yet.
But how many black people work for Newtown?
None. Maybe one or two.
And Newtown is the city's program to bring back
It's
to
something like that. It's
right?
the revitalization of downtown.
Yeah, right. Okay. Isn't there Newtown Records though? Is there Newtown? No, there's not.
No, not in Macon, not that I know
So
of.
the Newtown, when they're doing this, Newtown is putting on this thing down here, right? Fly South or something?
No, that's
Who's putting on this event?
this is done by the Bragg Jam people.
Bragg Jam, that's right.
Bragg Jam people. And the city.
The park thing.
Right.
Okay.
The city initiated all of this.
Okay, I'm gonna see if they're still open and we can snag those
Oh, they
boxes.
go, I believe. What time is it?
5 o'clock on the nose.
Ooh.